Hey, and welcome to this third video in this Docker tutorial series. So far we have learned how to clone the remote images on your machine and how to start the containers. Now there is much more to learn about the containers and all, but before actually learning the playing with the containers, like creating, deleting, and all yourself, and checking the logs and everything else, we'll first look at some basics commands of Docker itself. Now this will be a very short video, but all of these commands are going to help you in your day-to-day life. The more you work with the Docker itself, especially the last commands, the Docker system and all. So far we know that we have played with the two different images. First one was hello world. The second one was the LTS Alpine. Okay, so Node.js itself. So how do we actually know if there is on any other image on my machine or not? If you already have Docker desktop like this, Docker desktop makes it very easy for you. You can just go there and see how many images are there, and that it will tell you that this is like containers. These are the images. Okay, so I have three images, and from three images, I was able to spawn four different containers. Okay, remember you can have any number of containers from one image. So these two were spawned for from hello world image, right? So and these two were spawned from node image. So you can have 10, 50, or 1,000 such containers from one image. There is no such limit on that. Like it's up to your hardware, how many hardwares you can your hardware how much hardware you have, right? And all of these are exited state. That means nothing is running at the moment. We can verify this quickly by docker ps. If you see docker ps is not giving any output, that means nothing is running at the moment. Okay, so to see the images that you have on your machine, docker is divided into sub commands, just like git has like git commit, git pull, git push, like that. Docker also has all these sub commands for you. So what we want to check, we want to check the images, right? And remember, at any point of time, if you don't remember the command or the complete command, just press tab like this. Most of the time there is a chance that you will get the auto completion like this, especially if you are on Linux or Mac. Okay, and on Windows, if you are using a WSL, then definitely you will get the output like this. So now you know which command that you want to run. What we wanted to achieve was list the images on the machine. The command for that is docker images. It's going to give me the total number of images that were there, that Docker pulled from Docker Hub, and I have on my local machine that I can run. Right, so there are three different images. Uh, this one is the Node.js one. This one is the Firecracker VM, something like that. Uh, and ignore that for now. And this is like Hello World, both of which we saw just right now, right? So and total their size, like what is the tag that we that these images use, and the size of each image and all. You see now, images could get bit heavy like this, but if you're careful about which image you're pulling, most of them will be fine. It's nothing much to worry about. So what we also, there is also like there is another way to achieve this with the docker image command. So docker image is the sub command. Now this command, instead of s images, it's image. Now this takes the parameters, and based on that parameters you can have the you can play around with the images. So uh, what we want to do, docker image, we want to list the images. So the command for that is ls, like that. So docker image ls list. This will give me the exact same output. This one is just like shortcut for this. Instead of writing this, you can have this like that. Okay, so this way you can know how many images are there on your machine. If you want to, of course, remove something, you can have the same command like this. So docker image, and remember, if you don't know uh, the, the next command, what you can type, just press tab. It will give you the output with the help text as well. So here it says rm stands for remove one or more images. Now if I give rm here and the name of the image that I want to remove, let's say hello world, I can type hello and autocomplete should complete the thing for me. If there is only one tag, you don't have to give the tag name like this. If there are multiple, then you can select which specific tag you want to remove, right? So if there is just one, you can just run it like this. Okay, container is using. So the reason why I cannot remove this image at the moment is I created a container out of it. Remember these two containers, and they are there at the moment, right? Remember these containers, you are using the same image, and at any point of time, these container can restart again. Even though they are not running right now, they can restart again. So at that point, Docker might need these images again. So unless all the containers that were spawned from these images are deleted, I cannot remove this image for now. Okay, so here comes the next part. So how do we check how many containers are there? Now, if you have guessed, just like we checked how many images are there with Docker image ls, it's exactly same with the containers as well. So the command for that is Docker container ls. This will give me all the running containers. At the moment, there is no running containers. If you want to see all the containers that were exited as well, that is not running, you can add -a at the moment. And now it's gonna give me all the 4 containers. Remember, these are exactly same that we are seeing on the Docker desktop. Now I can see that there are, for my hello world image, there were 2 different containers. Now, how do I, if they are, my purpose of these images are done as well as these containers are done, I don't want to use hello world anymore. So how do I remove this container first so that I will be able to remove my hello world image as well? So just like here as well, it is also same for images. We tried Docker image rm and then the image name. It's also same with the container. Docker container rm stands for remove. If you don't know, just press tab. It's gonna tell you like here rm remove one or more containers. So we want to write rm and the container name or id, both are fine. Name is this. Remember, this is the image name. Docker container rm hello world will look for container called as hello world. We don't have hello world because these are the names. So either you have to give the id, which is most preferred way, so there is nothing can go wrong. Remember, these are unique ids. So, and you'll also don't have to remember anything. At max you'd have to type first 3 or 4 letters of it, and after pressing tab it should auto complete the rest of the id for you. Now what this command will do is it will remove this container from your machine and all its data. If I run this, it's giving you the id back. Now if I run docker container ls again to check how many containers are there are only 3. In similar way, I'm going to delete the second container c51 before. Okay, now I don't have any container that was spawned from hello world image. Now is the point. Of course, you can give both the IDs together here as well. So you can have one command docker container rm this ID space this ID. That will also do. So you can remove multiple containers at once. Now we know that there is no container that was spawned from my hello world image, right? Remaining 2 are spawned from node. So both of these containers are node.js containers. Now is the point. I can safely remove my hello world image like this. Docker image rm hello world. Remember, tag is optional. If you don't provide tag, it will pick the only available tag. If you otherwise you can specify the tag yourself with colon and the tag name. Okay, this is the tag name, colon lts, like that. So this is how you can manage the images and containers. It's especially useful when you work with Docker extensively, like on daily basis, because on daily basis you are gonna keep pulling the images and there will be multiple versions of the images and there will be multiple containers of the image. At some point, it might take GBs of data, especially unnecessary data. So you can remove the containers like this with docker container ls. There are many commands on both docker container subcommands like this on Docker container as well as Docker image. Feel free to check them out, but these are the most common ones. I'll quickly show you how to remove each and everything from Docker. Remember, this is a destructive operation, so make sure use it uh, only if you're confident that you need to remove each and every image, each and every container, each and every network, the network interface of that created by Docker. So basically, reset Docker to its original state. So the command for that is docker system rule -a. What this will do is it will remove each and everything, including stopped containers, networks created by Docker, all images, all the build cache, and any other thing if it is there. Okay, so only run this command if you want to reset Docker to original state. Now the reason why I'm showing you this command is you're learning Docker at the moment. You might want to reset and delete each and everything, especially uh, images like Node.js and Hello World, because Hello World is not something you want on your machine. And Node.js is also, you run Node.js uh, with your Node version manager or with your OS, right? You don't run Node.js inside Docker usually. So we want to delete each and everything at this point. So if I run this command, press Y here, it's going to delete two containers. Both of these are my Node.js containers, 7.4 and 6D, 7.4 and 6D. And after that, it's deleting the images of all my other virtual machine that I was running, or not VM, it's Firecracker. And it's also delete the cache and all, and it gave me 4 GB of space back, right? So if I run now docker image ls, there is no image, no container, nothing exists on my machine at the moment. My machine was basically reset to the original state. Okay, so these are some of the basic commands. We'll learn more commands as we go, but I just show you this command just in case you want to reclaim the gone space and all. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys in the next video.